Greetings guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are well, and I hope that you are fighting, because there is a lot to be fighting for. As usual, there will be a link in the description to the page on my website with a bunch of petitions, donations, emails to send to MPs, etc, etc. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have been gone for an entire week, which I know isn't that long, like that's a normal amount of time, but that is the longest I have gone without uploading since I started uploading. So it was really nice to get a few days off. Lockdown has really started to get to me. My mental health has not been great recently, and I know that a lot of us are on the same sort of page with that. Just existing is taking much more effort than it normally would, so work is difficult. It uses more energy than it normally would because I'm having to put more energy into looking after myself because life is hard at the moment. And I just want you to know that if you are struggling, you aren't alone. It's hard right now. And I hope that you are remembering to take care of yourself and remember that you need to take breaks and that you don't have to be productive in the sense of capitalism. Just looking after yourself, drinking water, getting out of bed, eating, having a shower, that is work. Especially right now, these small things can be so hard and you need to give yourself credit for that. And I am proud of you for waking up every day and carrying on existing. Right now is about existing and about survival, and the time for living will come again. We just have to push through. And I hope that my videos, that my channel is able to give you something to help you escape for a little while. And I hope that you know that I love you and I care about you and I just wish you wellness. Also, if I have like hair on my face or I'm like doing this a lot, it's because my fringe was in my eyes when I sat down to film, so I went into the bathroom and like chopped it because it was bothering me. But now I have hair all over my face and it's really itchy. Yeah, today is February 1st or February 2nd. I don't know when this is going up. But that means it's a brand new month, which means that it is time for my monthly checkup on the straights. And today we are going back to an old favorite, the Instagram hetero cringe. It's always good fun and pain at the same time. So let's suffer together, shall we? A man's day, smack, sleep. A woman's day, a whole bunch of emotions. You get it? Because men don't feel emotions. Men only horny. That's the only emotion they have. It's the only thing they're ever allowed to feel. Men? Emotion? No, I don't think so. Can we please stop? Just let men feel. Let men have emotions. Let men express themselves. Stop telling them they're not allowed to feel emotions. We all have emotions. It is not related to your gender or your sexuality in any way at all. Feel. Express. It doesn't make you any less or any more of anything. You exist. You emote. That's how life works. Sammy Hagar is 70 years old. Bill Clinton is 71 years old. Sammy has had over 40 plus years of alcohol, drugs, sex, and rock and roll. Bill lives with Hillary. You see, I know this is like misogynistic and being like, living with women ages you, but I would instead like to look at it as pro-drugs. It's much more fun to look at it and be like, yes, drugs and alcohol, they keep you young forever. Which is not true. It's not true at all, but it is much funnier if you think about it like that. So it's either pro-drugs or anti-women, and I prefer to think that it's pro-drugs because that's hilarious. I would tell you not to do drugs, but I know that that means absolutely nothing, and I don't entirely believe in that philosophy. If you're going to do it, which you probably are, just make sure that you've done your research and that you are safe and that you have people around you. Be safe. Make good choices. Okay? Okay. Sometimes getting your husband to learn means taking drastic measures. Congrats! You put the toilet seat down so you end sex anytime with your wife for a week. I love, firstly, that they called this drastic measure. She's like, I really don't want to fuck my husband, but like, I will if he behaves like an adult. Like, if he behaves like an actual adult and an actual independent human being, then maybe I'll suffer the consequences of having to have sex with him. I always go back to thinking about this line from BoJack Horseman of, you don't want a girlfriend, you just want a mommy to slide your dick in and out of. That seems to be the recurring theme of these things. It's like, oh, my wife always nags me. Oh, she wants me to do the dishes. She wants me to fucking look after myself. Yeah, because you're meant to be partners. You're meant to be partners. She's not meant to run around after you and do everything. Act like an adult. Stop being a fucking toddler. Oh my good lord. Men prefer debt-free virgins without tattoos. And I prefer women. What is your point, sir? On a serious note, that description and paired with this image, you are describing a child. A child. A lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people lose their virginity by the time they're like in their early 20s. And so idealizing virgins is already pedophilic. And then you add the no tattoos and debt-free. So many people are in debt. Education costs so much money. So much money. It is so expensive. So I'm also taking this as I want someone who's not educated. Someone young and easy to manipulate. Sir, please stay 100 feet away from all children. Or better yet, lock yourself in your room and never come out. Also, remember that you don't speak on behalf of all men. I don't know who told you that you were the person who speaks on behalf of all men, but there are plenty of men who like tattoos, don't care about debt, and don't care about virginity. And they're the type of men that I would rather date. I don't want anything to do with you. A lot of us don't want anything to do with you, so maybe just shut up. Did you know when a woman wears a leather dress, a man's heart beats much quicker, his throat gets dry, he gets weak in the knees, and he begins to think irrationally? Ever wonder why? It's because she smells like a new truck. Men prefer objects to women, and we like them best when we can close our eyes and pretend that we're fucking our beloved trucks. Excuse me, sir, what? Huh? I love that men are just like, yes, we do like to objectify women. Objects are better than women. I would like to treat women like objects. Bro, just go fuck your car. I don't care. Leave women out of it. Asking a girl out without a beard. Will you go out with me? No, I'm not a lesbian. Asking a girl out with a beard. Get on your knees and start praising my dick. OMG, okay. Your experience may vary. Man with no beard, not man. Man with no beard, woman. So only lesbian like him. But that's according to women, not men. The men are complaining about this happening. But the thing is aren't conservatives, the people making these memes, the ones who say women only want conservative men, bring back manly men, stop it with these feminine men, and then they're complaining that women only want to date masculine men? Make it make sense. It's just a bit hypocritical that you come up with all these standards for yourselves and say that men should be masculine and women should be feminine, and then complain that they don't like you because you aren't masculine enough. Firstly, your beard does not actually represent masculinity, but in your brains it does. Honestly, fucking snowflake. People have preferences. Fucking deal with it. Get over it. People are allowed preferences. And I want to date someone with a beard, then I'm allowed to date someone with a beard. Fuck you. I thought that's what you wanted. You're always out here like, oh, it's just a preference that I only want to date this specific type of woman. I'm allowed preferences. You fucking snowflake. Stop getting mad at me for only wanting to date a specific woman. What do you mean you have preferences and you don't want to fuck me? That's a bit rude. How dare you? Ow. A woman's body is a gift for her husband to unwrap. No, the fuck it isn't. My body is not a gift for anyone. My body is literally bodies are vessels that allow us to exist. It's a meat puppet that is mine. I own my body. I control my body. It is mine. Yeah? You don't own it. Nobody owns it. It is no one's to unwrap and to look at. My body is not one giant walking fucking sex organ. It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. Stop looking at women and thinking about undressing them. Stop looking at women and being like, ooh, naked? Yeah. No. Let us exist. This is my body. I will do with it what I want. I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm not yours. I'm not any man's. Love is better than sex. It's easy to find someone who can fuck you like no other, but it's hard to find someone who truly loves you like no other. That's just not even true. It's easy to find someone who can fuck you like no other. You are clearly a straight man. No het woman would ever say that. No woman who has had sex with men would ever say that. It is not easy to find someone who can fuck you like no other. Do you know how many het men are terrible at sex? It's a lot. It's hard to find cis het men that are like really good at sex. You can find some average, but I'm not gonna say fuck you like no other. It's hard to find those. We are taught that sex is very male-centric, very penis-centric. That is what we are taught. A lot of the time men don't care about women's pleasure, or they pretend that they do, but they don't actually listen. As long as they finish, then it's fine. It was good sex. All men are good at sex. Like, that's not how it works. You need good communication for good sex, and a lot of men are not willing to do that. Yeah, it's just difficult. It's really hard to find people who are willing to communicate and who actually listen and who actually put in effort. There is the joke of like, men can't even find the clit. It's true. It's fucking true. And then there are people like, well, you should just tell them. I do. You do. Do they listen? No, because they don't care. When you find a good sex partner, you fucking hold on to that person. Honestly, they are hard to come by. That's how almost 3 of my relationships started, and they were full of love. You can have both. Bread. Okay, that's me done for the day. I am deleting the internet now. I can't do it anymore. That's the worst thing I have ever seen. No. I quit. That is bad enough without knowing the nickname for a cow breeding rack. But when you know the name of a cow breeding rack, it's even worse. If you don't know, Google it. Google cow breeding rack, and it'll tell you the nickname, and you'll realize why that is even extra fucked up. Okay, I'm deleting the internet. It's been really nice knowing you. Please, can we ban the straights? So in conclusion, the straights TM still are not okay. They're not. They're really not. They need our help. I'm sorry if I'm not as into it as I normally am, or if this wasn't as entertaining as it normally is. Like I say, my mental health is not incredible at the moment, so I am finding it a little bit difficult. But, you know, I'm trying. If you would like to support me so I can maybe take a little bit more time off, you can buy my merch. I have sustainable fair trade hoodies and mugs on thequeerkiwi.com/shop. And you can also become a channel member by clicking the top link in the description of the little blue join button. You get my videos a day early, as well as 10% off my merch. It really helps out, and I appreciate it so much. In saying that, a massive thank you to my Kiwi Fruit channel members whose names are up on the screen right now. And a huge thank you to my channel member of the day, Spencer. Thank you so much for joining. I love and appreciate you so much. Your support genuinely means the world, and it helps me out immensely. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, The Queer Kiwi, and Twitter, That Queer Kiwi. I post constantly because I have a problem and I'm addicted to my phone. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah.